All right, Matthew, thanks for your patience. First things first, there's no such thing as a good deal in the wrong vehicle. The Outback you picked out, first choice of color, correct?
Correct.
Equipped just the way you said it had to be equipped.
Yep.
Okay, I want to remind you, you're not just buying an Outback today. Okay, you're buying an Outback with 2 warranties. One comprehensive, one powertrain. What this means to you is you're not going to be pulling any money out of your pocket for an automobile repair for the foreseeable future. For a major automobile repair, 5 years, 60,000 miles. You're not going to pull any money out of your pocket for maintenance either. For the next 2 years, you're going to get $200 worth of oil changes and tire rotations. You've got roadside assistance coming from Subaru. I can tell you from a lot of experience, many of my customers have got roadside assistance on their mobile phone bill or their physical damage insurance bill. Make sure you don't. Okay, and if you do, quit paying it. You've got it coming from Subaru for the next 3 years. That's about $165 value. You've got Sirius Radio, complimentary, for the next 3 months. You've got Starlink, complimentary, for a full year. And the vehicle's right. If you remember, MSRP was $33,395. We have discounted $3,058. You own it for $33,370. You add your taxes and your fees with your service contract, and you've got a balance to finance of $34,489 something. Now, over here we've given you what our customers demand that we give them, and that's choices. I'm going to give you some of the highest payments you've probably ever seen up here, but the reason we do that is it probably saves you the most money because it's 0%. It also gives you the opportunity to build equity faster, which gives you the freedom to trade or sell it sooner if you so desire, and guess what? You end up without a car payment sooner this way. Down here at 72, well, these payments are way more comfortable, but they're also more flexible. You can gain many of the same benefits that I just talked about up here. You just do it in your own time frame. Get a raise, get a bonus, win some money on the golf course, gambling, lottery, doesn't matter. There is no prepayment penalty. And then right here we've got a pair of terms that our customers have nicknamed the best of both worlds. At 48 and 63, the payments are significantly lower than they would be at 36, slightly higher than they would be at 72. But tell me, of these 3 down payments, which one works best for you?
2,000 is comfortable.
Okay. So you've got 4 choices. You save the most money, build equity faster, pay it off sooner at 36 months. That's 903 to 918. Your most comfortable payment is 493 to 508, and then you've got 2 payments right in between. Which payment works best for you? Put a check mark by it. Okay, that down there. We'll get your new Outback ready for delivery.
What's my interest rate at 72 compared to 63?
I don't know, whatever it is. What is it?
0% versus probably 2.9.
2.9. So there's 3% difference.
Okay. None of those are working for me.
Okay. Which term works best for you?
Well, based off the interest rate, the 63.
Okay. So with $2,000 down at 63 months, your payment would be $516 to $531. I need your okay right there.
I need to be under 500 on my payment.
Okay.
With $2,000 down.
You know, Matthew, you actually will be under 500. Okay. I'm going to take the high number.
Available sales, you have a guest in the showroom. Available sales, you have a guest in the showroom.
Now, what you don't want to do is what you will end up doing. You're going to write a check for $531. So you're going to make it out to a lender, and you're going to send it electronically or by mail to a bank every single month. But you're not going to pay $531 a month for this vehicle, Matthew. That I can promise you. Look, everybody knows vehicles depreciate, right? Okay, but what not everybody knows is every car payment you make has got a savings element to it. Now, 63 months from now, when you make that last payment of $531, you'll probably do a little dance. Call me, I'll buy you a bottle of champagne if you're a drinking man. But what's going to come back in the mail to you a couple of weeks after you make that last payment?
Title.
It's going to be a special title because it's only going to have your name on it. It's called Free and Clear. Okay, and the question I've got for you is you're looking at purchasing a vehicle that's got one of the highest resale values in the country, well, of all makes. You're looking at about a $33,000 vehicle. If you drive the vehicle like you intend on driving it, you don't do anything special to it. You don't treat it special. You treat it like a vehicle. 5 years from now, what do you think this vehicle will be worth, as long as you don't crash it and trash it?
That is undefined.
Okay. Any idea?
$12,000.
Let's use $12,000. Okay? I think that's extremely conservative. But you know what? Hey, if it's worth more, it's a bonus for you. So, what you end up with is a free and clear title that's worth $12,000. And by the way, this title behaves just like a very expensive share of stock, because you can sell it, can't you?
Theoretically.
You can trade it, can't you?
Theoretically.
And well, practically, actually. And you can certainly borrow against it. And I'm not talking about a pawn shop loan. You can take it to Bank of America and they will loan you money on the title to a vehicle. So, do me a favor. Do you have a phone with you?
Yeah.
Do you have a calculator on that phone?
Sure.
Divide 12,000 by 63. Matthew, you know what that 190 represents?
What I'm actually less the payment on is what you're trying to get at, but that doesn't work for me. 5 years doesn't work from me now what my car is currently valued at. It's currently what I have to pay out over this next 5 years and 3-month period versus what it is, because even after 5 years if I keep it there. So my value isn't what my check is today, not what my future value of the car is going to be.
Okay, I'm not sure what you just said, but I told you a couple minutes ago you weren't going to pay $531 for this vehicle. And I meant it, because of that $531, $190 of that payment is flowing straight back to your title every single month. Consider it like a savings account in the form of a vehicle title. So if $190 of the $531 is flowing straight back to your title, that means your net payment is $341 a month for the 2018 Outback in your first choice of color, equipped just the way you said it had to be equipped. I just need your okay right there.
Still doesn't work for me.
Okay. There are 2 more ways to reduce this payment. Okay? One is you increase your down payment. The other is you increase your term. Of those 2, which one makes the most sense to you?
Neither, because $2,000 is the max I have to put out of my pocket.
Understandable?
And my motivation of doing this is the free money at 0%.
Well, we're actually at 2.9, I believe, right?
63 months is 0%.
Oh, it's still 0%?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, then I don't blame you a bit. Look, an Outback for under $500 a month is not a problem at all. We can do that for you. However, and at this point I'd have to actually know the vehicle, which I don't. And what I'd say is the Outback, would $475 make more sense to you?
Right. And we'd have to start losing some equipment.
Yeah, but I would never offer to take the vehicle away. Okay, not at this point yet. First of all, if I did my qualification right, can you afford the vehicle? Yeah, you're doing what any customer is supposed to do. You're trying to get the lowest payment that you can. I'm doing what a professional salesperson does. I'm not negotiating, okay? I'm justifying. I'm going to go through a complete justification here. Now, what do I do if I can't get you to say yes? Then I resort to negotiating. All right?
Yep.
Can you do that right there?
Can I do that right there? Yeah.
Have you seen this before?
I have seen it before, but I've just never been a fan of using it because in my own mind, meaning that my business background on it, what something's worth today isn't the same value as it's worth tomorrow, and my focus is what I'm doing today.
Well, tell me how this doesn't match up with both of those things. I gave you the opportunity to tell me what you think it would be worth. I didn't tell you what it was going to be worth, did I?
No, but so it's one, even though I'm telling you the value of it, so after this, when I was taught this method of it, and I saw it before,
You were taught this method? You've never been taught this method.
I've seen that method before.
Then you would have
the
had
value of what it is.
No. All this method here does is help a customer who can afford to make a $531 a month payment
Justify paying with $531.
get through the psychological barrier of probably resisting the highest payment they've ever seen in their entire life. And most of the time when you're selling a new car, the customer's leaving here with the highest payment they've ever had. True? Well, it's a fact. You don't have to wonder about it. It's a fact. When someone buys a vehicle, what's the average payment go up every time someone trades a vehicle in or purchases a new vehicle? And by the way, they could be new or used.
I don't know.
$125. That's a study of 100,000 people over a 17-year period of time using nothing but credit bureaus. So when someone comes in here to buy a car, chances are they're leaving with the highest payment they've ever had in their entire life. Can that be a psychological barrier for some people?
Yeah.
The answer is it absolutely can. When I tell you you're not really paying $531 a month for the vehicle, even though you're going to write a check for it, am I telling the truth?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Why?
Because I don't
If you-
believe you are.
Okay, why?
Because you're speculating the future value of what the car is to say that it is not. And to me, that is manipulating the situation of where you're going.
Well, then you're telling me that every lease guide in the world is manipulating because they're providing residual values on those vehicles, right?
No, I have a guaranteed residual value on my vehicle.
Correct.
I have a guarantee that no matter at the end of the day, no matter what, unless I do damage to the car, it's going to be worth that.
If you drop this down to $6,000, okay, would that be conservative?
Would it be conservative? Yes. Is it guaranteed at that, or any dollar amount for that matter? Could not be. Theoretically, it could not be. It could be worth $0 at the end of 5 years.
Then you're not logical, okay?
I'm being a devil's advocate here, and here's the theory, and I just don't, and for that reason in itself is just the reason I personally don't like that method.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you did here, I do really like in there, and I do, and those things. I guess to hopefully probably hold my gross, I gotta figure out how to get myself over that barrier on that, if that's the case, because I'm just not.
Okay, look. If you haven't bought into it, you'll never use it, and I get that. Okay, let's go back to where I was going next. All right, $475. That means I got to drop the payment. Say $60, which is going to be about $3,000.
Yeah.
Okay, is there such a thing as an Outback for $3,000 less than this one right here?
Yes.
Okay. What would that one not have?
Probably no heated seats, no power driver seat, no automatic AC, I think, on that one. I think it's manually controlled on that. No fog lights.
Well, just use those as an example. What I would say is, look, Matthew, you told me that the heated seats and power seats were important to you. Are they?
I might be able to do without the power seat.
Okay. You told me that the automatic AC was important to you. Is it?
It's a luxury.
Okay. You told me that the fog lights looked really cool. Do you have to have them?
In Georgia, probably.
Okay. Because, look, the difference between $475 and $531 is right there. All right? So the decision, you don't have to make a $531 a month decision, Matthew. All you have to do is make a $60 a month decision. And that's $2 a day. So the question I've got for you is, the seats, the automatic AC and the fog lights, Can you live with paying $2 a day for all those things?
I'd have to think about that.
Okay. You said you could live without the heated seats and power seats, correct?
Without the power seats, I need the heated seats.
Okay. Is there any such
Forward at 6.
is there any such thing as a Outback with heated seats but no power seats?
Yes.
There is. Okay.
We added ourselves.
Oh, so you can add heated seats?
Yes.
Really? Okay. You said the automatic air conditioning was a luxury, so you could live with that.
Yeah.
Fog lights, especially on a day like today, you want them, right? I tell you what, and then I'd try to reconfigure the vehicle. All right, so you hang right there. We're going to get that payment down from $531.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
To reconfigure. I am notorious for taking somebody off of something and adding stuff to it.
Okay.
Because if they don't need something but they want something, get rid of what they don't need, add what they do. And
Well,
pretty much everything could be added to a car.
Yes, you would know that. I would.
Yeah.
That to me is a justification than a smart switch, because you're not giving away any gross profit. All right, and I'm going to guess that with that kind of discount on this vehicle, there's not a lot of gross profit to give away. No. So whatever gross profit's left, you want to hold. All right, end of lesson. If you want to see this, I've got it on video 50 different ways. Watch it. If you don't buy into it, don't even try it. Okay, but again, the idea behind this is not to shoehorn somebody into a vehicle that they cannot afford.
Right.
If someone can't afford to write a $531 check, work.
Well, like I use one of these there.
Well, that's a terrific justification right there. You probably didn't even recognize it, but that's a terrific justification. And you're right. If I say, well, gee, I couldn't make a $500 a month payment on the Ferrari, we're on the wrong vehicle. Okay, but if I say yes, we're on the right vehicle now, you just need to justify the $500. Good job,
Yeah.
Matthew. Thank you.
Thank you.
A pleasure.
It was.
Okay.